Hey there, Eric O'Sullivan, Reverend Sully, the irreverent reverend of all things geeky, the anti-pope and guru of Xanadu, ordained on the internet. The caveat, as always, please do not burn your hands holding on to my hot takes. If you do, well, that's on you, pal, or gal, or anywhere in the grand spectrum of humanity that you reside and identify in, or Gorn, or Andorian, or Klingon, or Vulcan, or Romulan Star Empire citizen. We're going to talk about the Romulans a little bit today. But this is the last in my series of Eaglemoss. Eaglemoss are die-cast replicas. They're beautiful, detailed reproductions of all things geeky, of starships from different properties. I have 13 alone of Star Trek. I also have 4 Battlestar Galactica, as you can see up top there. And right there is my 18th one, which is the Eagle transporter from Space 1999. That's a Yamato. That's Soul of Chigogan, which is a Bandai. He's from Japan. He's imported. He's a good guy. I love that Soul of Chigogan. That's a wonderful piece. But Eaglemoss, and Eaglemoss has the Star Trek license. They do really good replicas of starships. I love Starfleet starships, from the original series to the refit. I've loved the Enterprise with the saucer section, the nacelles, the secondary hull, the overall design of it, and I like the elaborations for the different classes over the different years in different shows and movies. And it's always been a real thrill to see different Starfleet vessels for me. And as you can see, this background here with the warp field, I have 13 altogether, and this is the 13th and final installment of the Star Trek Eaglemoss. I also made a playlist if you want to see them all. They're all together and curated there. This came in one episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation. This is the Ambassador class Time-Lost Enterprise C, which fell through a temporal rift and met the Enterprise D. But it wasn't quite our Enterprise D, as soon as the C emerged from the temporal rift, time changed around our familiar Enterprise D and crew. Tasha Yar was alive. Everything was more in muted colors, and everything was a bit more urgent. Worf was missing. And apparently, it was an alternate reality where the hostilities between the Klingons and the Federation never ceased. Because this ship, the Enterprise C, missed its mission in time to sacrifice itself to save a Klingon outpost. And was it Naranthia 3? And I can look this stuff up. I have most of these Eaglemoss also come with a magazine publication that has a complete detailed fictional biography and a making of. Amazing stuff. So when you start remembering names like Jeffries and Probert, and Akuda, it's like when you know that no one at Paramount Plus can take that away from you. That's true. They'll try. But yeah, and as you can see, I get every episode of Star Trek on physical media as well. All the movies, and it's a real pleasure. And this is one of my favorite episodes as well. It brings back Tasha Yar. It brought back Denise Crosby being a regular on the series. Sela, her Romulan daughter, and from a paradox of her going back in time on the sea. Yeah, it's a soap opera like convention. Yeah. A twin sister? What? That was like so very soapy. But it was like the late '80s, early '90s. It was a different time. You know, this episode was season 3, episode 15. It aired February 19th of 1990, and she was captained by Captain Rachel Garrett. Um, and what was the name of the hunky dude that fell in love with Tasha Yar? Yeah, here I go, mouth breathing. I'm gonna read all this. Oh yeah, there was Angry Wesley, right? Richard Castillo was the ship's helmsman. Yeah, um, Tasha Yar's love interest there, and Guinan. Yeah, Guinan saying, "I'm not supposed to know you." Yeah, huh? But I love the design in this one. I don't. Okay, if we could look at the saucer section for a second. Now, this is for me. This is the last of the round saucer section hulls. From here on out, everything goes a bit oval shaped, and even what I call spoon shaped. By the time we get to Enterprise E and the Online F, I'm not going to get Online F. That's not in my headcanon, I guess. The ship's saucer section becomes more and more elongated and oval shaped, and like as I say, spoon shaped. Now this one is completely round, saucer shaped. What is a saucer? A saucer is a small round plate with another roundness in the inside to secure a teacup, I think. Or is a saucer just any kind of round plate? But yeah, and so she's got this feel. For me, this is my interpretation. She has a TOS kind of feel to her, with that the way that the bridge is positioned, and the roundness of the saucer section of the primary hull. And then I love the exaggerated deflector dish. I love the translucencies on the nacelles. It picks up the natural light, and they just seem to glow with the daylight. I mean, or even if there was an LED near it. And yeah, this is just what a wonderful, wonderful addition. I saved the best for last. I think she's the pride of my collection. She was in one episode and one season of Next Generation, and still, I mean, this one just has just such great design. And I wish there was more. I wish I had the Eaglemoss of this, about the design, like what they wanted to evoke. If I'm right about this, like it's this swooshing right down here, it's very much like the old Enterprise, but we would just we've lengthened her, and I can't get enough of this ship. I love this, and that we only saw her for one episode, and she knew she was fated to be destroyed. The pathos, the pathos involved in the tragedy of the U.S.S. Enterprise C, captained by Rachel Garrett. Yes, indeed. They gave up their lives and ushered in an age of peace between the Klingon Empire and the Federation of Planets. Check this out. I get some irony points and unintentional life imitating art. I was dusting off the Eaglemoss today. I was cleaning everything, and I dropped my Reliant, and then a cell popped off. And now all I want to do is maybe just like battle scar it, you know what I mean? And maybe get some tinsel or and glue it there to some fake electric fire, and maybe like Khan is in it, bloodied. Hell hath spits at thee, my last breath. Round, that famous scene that I'm butchering, but he's turning on the Genesis device and he's bleeding and he's all burnt, and it's just like you see the nacelle just like drifting right next to it. So yeah, that's my unintentional touch of reality to my to my Reliant. Aw, poor me. But yeah, I don't mind. It's gonna stay like that. But yeah, today was the Enterprise C. This is episode 13, installment 13 of 13. I have 13 of these. I don't know if I'll get any more. If I do, I'll make some supplemental videos and attach them to the playlist, of course. But I'm running out of display room, so I need to come up with a better display strategy than what I have now. So I have to go on hold. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on hold for a bit. And like I said in an earlier show, I almost bought the Bozeman, but I chickened out. I just decided no, I didn't want her. And I think I came to there are not many left of the starships available that I got a yearning to collect. There's a plethora of new merchandise of the new ships. They're so badly designed. I don't like them. They hurt my eyes. Star Trek Online has a bevy of different ships to choose from. Again, I'm not very overall pleased with just this. They all look like athletic shoes to me. They really do. Like they look like Nikes, like running shoes, and just like they have a pump and neon and frilly laces or something. I don't know, but you have to see it to believe it. But yeah, Eaglemoss. That's all I got for today, and this is it for the Star Trek Eaglemoss. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you could be so kind. Live long and prosper. And infinite diversity is infinite combinations. And remember, id plebnista. Id plebnista, we the people. It applies to the Yangs and the Khans, or it doesn't matter at all. The new Trek has lost sight of that. And because it's not about allegory, it's about platforming. Big difference. It's sublime, but it's huge. Thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you could be so kind. I make lots of other content, daily comic book content, cooking, spirituality. So yeah, come aboard. Thank you so very much. Have a great day. Bye.